Это
А теперь она решила исполнить вам песню для поднятия боевого духа. Амелия Анисович.
Все шумят.
Сейчас все не будут шуметь. Можно немножечко тишины?
Не открывай, храни секрет. Будь хорошей девочкой для всех. Закрой все чувства на замок. Не боюсь ничего уже. Пусть бы шум ничто. Холод всегда мне был по душе.
Браво, браво!
Слава Україні!
Бабусі, бабусі, кращі вони. Бабусі, бабусі, голубко моя, як добре, бабусю, що в тебе є.
Ой, у лузі червона калина похилилася, чогось наша славна Україна зажурилася, а ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну хе-хе розвеселимо.
Good evening, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Karen Dale, founder and CEO of Chords of Courage and director of the Step Up Frederick Student Songwriting Contest. I'm truly ecstatic to be here with you this evening for the 4th Step Up Frederick Awards concert. It was iffy for a while, But in spite of COVID and its variants, after 2 extremely challenging years in a world filled with fear and confusion, students in Frederick County, Maryland stepped up and wrote compelling songs of triumph over adversity. We all persevered, and here we are, gathered together this evening to celebrate Chords of Courage's vision and the creativity and talent of these incredible students. This song contest asks middle and high school students to challenge themselves by writing powerful songs about courageous people who have performed an act of courage and suffered in the process, or performed an act of inspiration born of tragedy, whose actions resulted in significant positive change. We reviewed some impressive songs from many Frederick County students. We met new heroes, those who were with us all the time, but who under extreme, horrible circumstances stepped up, putting others first. These heroes are the kind of people Chords of Courage was created to recognize. And this evening, Chords of Courage is stepping up in 2 ways. First, the board of directors chose to make this evening's concert free to all of you as a celebration of these talented students and what we've all been through these last 2 years. The second is much more important. As you could see in the video that began our awards concert, music is making a difference, even in war-torn Ukraine. Earlier today, my husband and I spent about an hour on a video platform catching up with dear friends in Ukraine. They tell us of sirens calling them to take cover, nights sleeping in fallout shelters, food and medicine that can't get through, and the fear, the constant fear of what is to come. The situation is dire. Usually, this is when we ask you to consider making a donation to Chords of Courage. The Chords of Courage Board of Directors has chosen instead to send all donations received this evening to Save the Children Ukraine Crisis Relief Fund. The donation address is in the chat box, and if you're unable to access it, you're watching from Facebook, go to chordsofcourage.org and just press donate. So enjoy the show, celebrate our children, and please give generously. Tonight, you're going to hear the songs of the student finalists presented by the talented and highly acclaimed band Iliami, who diligently wrote arrangements that reflected how they interpreted the songwriter's intentions. In addition, lead singer Heather Aubrey Lloyd has added a powerful prize for the winners, which you will hear about soon. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Iliami. What an evening we have in store. This year's Step Up Frederick winners have been so inspired by their courageous song subjects that they've performed their own acts of stepping up to make a difference in the spirit of their courageous song subjects. Hundreds of thank you letters presented to firefighters, awareness and funds raised for SHIP, Student Homelessness Initiative Project, and Eden Social Welfare Foundation for people who need wheelchairs. A team created to clean up and learn about Catoctin Furnace Historic Society, many of whose board members and staff are with us this evening. Welcome. Volunteering with the Frederick County Mental Health Association, distributing positive thought sheets to teachers to hang on their doors so students can take one as needed. And the list continues. We couldn't be prouder. Students can take one as needed. And the list continues. And we couldn't do this without our valued partners, sponsors, and colleagues. When we are able to celebrate in person, it's at Frederick Community College because Deborah Powell, Executive Director of the Office of Institutional Advancement, I think someone might be unmuted, so we need to make sure everyone is muted.
Someone might be unmuted, so we need to.
Thank you so much. Deborah has co-sponsored this event soon, so you are going to hear some amazing prizes offered by this college because she made them happen. Deb, thank you for your vision and constant support. To make every effort in getting our students set up for success, we offered 3 free songwriting workshops at the YMCA, led by award-winning singer-songwriter Andrew McKnight, who for the 4th year shared his talents with the students who attended. Thank you, Andrew, and a special thank you to the Great American Song Contest that has once again supported our students through a contribution to these free songwriting workshops. Thank you, Melissa Stolman, for your creative social media work and being our tech manager again this year. You make a difference. Kimberly Hirschman of the Frederick County Public Schools, thank you for your continued support in helping spread the word to the teachers and students. Chris Colville, Chief Executive Officer of Frederick County YMCA, you're amazing. Jeff Fate and Mike Conway from Torchlight Productions, you've been with us since year one, and we are so grateful. Will Lopez from Dymaxion Recording Studios, thank you for your generosity and welcome to Step Up Frederick. Thank you all for your continued support and encouragement. You know, I founded Chords of Courage to make a difference in the world through music, songwriting, creativity, collaboration, inspiration, and most certainly, hope for our future. Taking this journey with me is an incredibly accomplished and committed board of directors whom I can't thank enough. Your guidance, your support, your wisdom. Thank you, Cheryl Keamy, Cheryl Cooper, and Steve Zalesnik. The Osherman Family Foundation has been a stalwart supporter since the contest began. We are incredibly grateful for your continued guidance and financial support. A special thank you to Lee Adams and Lori Perkins. And we are here this evening. Creative students, powerful songs, great performers, meaningful acts of stepping up to make a difference in the world around us, none of which would have happened without two very important people. First, the woman who so loved the idea of bringing a song contest for teens to Frederick County that featured people of great courage, that inspired our youth to step up and make a difference, that spoke to her. Marlene Young, president of Delaplane Foundation, thank you for your vision, support, guidance, encouragement, and contributions. You are indeed the godmother of Step Up Frederick, and I thank you from the bottom and top of my heart.
Karen, thank you so much. And what a joy to be back with you this evening and all of our wonderful student songwriters. You know, this is our fourth year, as we've heard, and I want to join Karen in thanking every sponsor, every person who has come forward to help promote this wonderful, wonderful initiative in Frederick County. I couldn't be more proud of what I have seen come about within the talented pool of students in Frederick County. You inspire us all. And you know, I'm really reminded, coming off of this 2 years of the pandemic, that we've all really had to hunker down and quarantine, that nothing, no one, and no circumstance can rob us of the joy of song. And your songwriting has really told us that again and again as we've listened to the really inspirational music that you've produced for us. I'm reminded once again that for heights and depths that words can't reach, music is the soul's own speech. So thank you. And Delaplane Foundation is so delighted to be part of this wonderful thing that does not only inspire your songwriting, but it really touches on education, it touches on human services with your wonderful service projects, and we're just delighted and thrilled to be with you again this year. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you so much, Marlene. Oh, you are so special. And with the greatest of heartfelt thanks for your dedication to Step Up Frederick, for sharing your many talents with us, and for your steadfast friendship, I want to thank our music director, Tommy Wright, without whom the Step Up Frederick contest and awards concert wouldn't happen. Tommy, you're amazing. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Karen. It's great to be here again this year, especially with the advent of the Omicron, not knowing if this event was even going to take place. But it is, and it's a great thing. I continue to be impressed by the students' work, having been there for the workshops led by Andrew McKnight, and I still marvel at the fact how much pizza the participants can consume. I guess it's the fuel of songwriting. Thanks again to the great judges, and Marlene in particular, and a new judge, Tegan Davon, and Ron Goad, an old associate here in the Mid-Atlantic region. And especially our musical presenters tonight, Iliami Christian to the left, Heather, and Rob. Thanks, guys. But I'm most honored to be a part of such an important project that asks students to be creative and write about incredibly courageous people, and then step up and make a difference in the spirit of their courageous song subjects. Again, congratulations to all, and thanks again, Karen.
Thank you so much, Tommy. Folks, when you have the opportunity, be sure to say thank you to all these wonderful people for helping make this incredible experience possible. I could not be more honored to have as our MC for the 4th Step Up Awards concert, award-winning journalist and commentator Derek McGinty. At the end of our inaugural event, he came right over to me and said, "If you're doing this again next year, count me in." We did, and we still are. His multi-decade career in journalism includes anchoring ABC's World News Now and World News This Morning, a correspondent on the CBS broadcast Public Eye with Brian Gumbel, and returning home to his Washington, D.C. to become the anchor of WUSA Evening News. He hosted WUSA's Sunday morning show Capital Download, and the Derek McGinty Show received the Gold Award for Public Affairs Programming from the Corporation of Public Broadcasting, the highest programming honor in public radio. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Derek McGinty. Derek, I think you're muted.
How's that?
Great.
Am I back?
You are back.
All right, that's what we want. Thank you, Karen. And again, thank you for that warm introduction. I appreciate it. I'm so glad to be here to do this for the 4th year running. I'm just really glad it actually happened because it has been pointed out more than once. It's been a rough year or two, and you don't always get to do what you think you were going to do. And as you probably know, the Step Up contest encourages middle and high school students to write their songs about people who performed an act of courage, and then their actions resulted in a significant positive change. Now, we got songs on a wide range of topics, including historical icons, both sung and unsung, local people of inspiration, and of course, people's personal heroes. The competition is sponsored by the nonprofit Chords of Courage, who uses music as a catalyst for social action, transforming our country's conversation from the demoralizing and cynical to the hopeful and the inspirational, one song at a time. Now, while we, of course, would rather be talking to you in person rather than virtually, this year we decided to do it as a webinar, so to make everybody as comfortable and safe as possible. Our finalists and emerging songwriting winners are from these Frederick County public schools: Monocacy Valley Montessori Public Charter, Newmarket and Carroll Creek Middle Schools, and Frederick, Middleton, and Brunswick High Schools. The contest really got some incredible songs this year, which you're going to hear a bit later in our program. So grab your popcorn, put your feet up, and enjoy the wealth of creativity that is on display. And while you're listening, by the way, feel free to rank them in your own mind as to who's good and who's better. We begin this evening with the Emerging Songwriter Award, and presenting this category, Chief Executive Officer of the Frederick County YMCA, Mr. Chris Colville. Chris?
Thank you, Derek. And good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here presenting this award. The YMCA is honored to be a part of this unique project, and the judges have determined that the following students deserve recognition as emerging songwriters. Each student songwriter will receive $25, a complimentary YMCA summer membership, a trophy, a Step Up Frederick t-shirt, and new this year, a review of their song. The 2022 emerging songwriters are Sean McCombie for When You're Older, and Paul Johnson for Go On For Them. So congratulations for a job well done, you two.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Chris. And now for our middle school finalists. Our first is Riley Collins, a 6th grader at Carroll Creek Montessori Public Charter School, and this year's youngest applicant. Her song is called Spirit, and it's about Christine Leinonen, the mother of Christopher Andrew Drew Leinonen, an LGBT activist and professional counselor who very sadly was among the 49 people killed at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida on June 12, 2016. That attack was the biggest mass shooting in the history of this country, as well as the biggest attack on the LGBT community. So to honor the memory of her only child, Christina has stood up as an advocate for common sense gun reforms and supported the Drew Project, which is an LGBTQIA organization founded by Drew's friends, and the mission to spread love across the nation and promote gay, straight alliances. Quote, he can't do that on his own now, but I can do it for him. I can speak for him, she says. Here's Riley's song, Spirit, performed by the band Iliani.
Silence in the darkness, waiting for a sound, waiting for a light to tell you, try not to drown. In silence you wait to know just what to do. You have to follow your dreams and try to see them through. 'Cause we can fight to make it fair, we can fight it on our own. We can fight together to make equality, saving the lives of who you care. Together we can make it fair. Together we can make it fair. In a sadness, please give her a sound. Don't let it bring her spirits down. It never should happen to you. It's not fair. Death is not a threat to take. Anger cuts you loose. Saving the lives of who you care. Together we can make it fair. Together we can make it fair. Together we can make it fair.
Thank you, Iliani. I really like that. Together we can make it fair. What a great line. And here's the author of that line. Riley, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I got to ask you, what made you choose Christine Leinonen for your courageous song subject?
I chose her because I thought she was very inspirational, how she followed her son's dreams. And I also liked how she never gave up on like how she like, but just she never gave up when she heard the bad news about her son.
She took indescribable pain and made something out of it positive. All right, Riley, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Well, our second finalist tonight is Lyric Allen. She is a 7th grader at Newmarket Middle School, and her song is called Change the World, and it's about her uncle, Mike Powers. She said that he put others' needs and safety in front of his own as a firefighter. Sadly, Uncle Mike died of a heart attack after fighting a fire in Frederick County in 2019. He was an active member of the Libertytown Volunteer Fire Company, and he did that for nearly 40 years. And everybody who knew him says he was a very dedicated person to the fire service. Quote, he loved the fire department, he loved serving his community and anybody that attended our carnival. That's from Chip Jewell, president of the Libertytown Volunteer Fire Company. Lyric, his niece, wrote about him as a tribute to the vital work he did and the person he was, and she wants to honor him and all firefighters. Lyric Allen's Change the World, performed by Iliami.
Iliami, before you begin, I just wanted to let folks who are registered through, not through Facebook, but right through our Zoom, that the lyrics to the songs will be are posted in the chat box. So while you're watching and listening to the band, you can also read the lyrics. Thanks so much. Back to Iliami.
He told me that kindness is key to life. Looking out the window at a big oak tree with the leaves blowing free. He fought for people's lives, putting his own on the line. That's what all firefighters do. Try to make the world a better place, risk their lives so you are safe. After a mission he came back all black and smoke. He had a heart attack, but before that, the last thing he told me is if you want to change the world, have kindness, have kindness. If you want to change the world, have kindness. I can see the connection. He always stayed if you wanted to talk. Never pushed you away, always stayed and listened. It's hard to think how hard he tried to get where he was before he died. But you gotta think about the good things in life. 'Cause if you wanna change the world, have kindness, have kindness. If you wanna change the world, have kindness. It's hard to think how hard he tried, but you gotta think about the good things in life.
Wow, lyrics, some fantastic lyrics there. I like that. If you want to change the world, have kindness. And before we get to our conversation, we do have a special shout out, I think, to history teacher, Mrs. Williamson. And Lyric, you've got a very special connection to her. and your Make a Difference campaign.
Yes.
What are you going to be doing, Lyric?
For my community service project, I talked to the 7th grade about the importance of firefighters in our communities. So we made cards for firefighters and police officers, thanking them for keeping us safe while we're living our lives.
I'm sure they appreciated that a great deal, just like we appreciate what they do for us. Thank you, Lyric. We appreciate it. And thanks to Mrs. Williamson as well for your inspirational teaching. The third middle school finalist is Levi Johnson. He's a 7th grader at Monocacy Valley Montessori Public Charter School. His song is called Darkening Skies, and it's about the 9/11 first responders. Levi says, and I quote, "They came into the building that was on the verge of collapsing and saved many people," end of quote. Here we are, 21 years later, and a student in Frederick County who was nowhere near even born when 9/11 happened was moved to honor these amazing heroes. And now Levi Johnson.
Morning of September 11, some planes went off the grid. They flew to go to heaven. To heaven is where they did skid. Oh, 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 running into shadow, trying to bring light, knowing that they might go into the darkest night. Oh, oh, firefighters in the building, helping others out of the way. This was just the beginning. Some people were out and away. Oh, oh, running into shadow,
My goodness, another very moving song. And Levi, as I mentioned earlier, you, of course, were not born when 9/11 happened. So, what inspired you to focus on that group with your composition?
Well, I wanted to participate, and so I was thinking about who I might choose for that. And I was thinking about all of the people who have changed my life in some way, and they just came to mind. And so I chose them.
They did an excellent effort too, Levi. Thank you so much. We enjoyed that song a great deal. Clearly, our firefighters and first responders have left an indelible impression upon you and other students as well. Now, to tell us a little bit about the judges, we are delighted to have with us this evening Kimberly Hirschman. She's visual and performing arts specialist for middle and high school at Frederick County Public Schools. Kimberly?
Thank you, Derek. What an inspirational evening so far. Thank you so much to our students. It has been my privilege to work with Chords of Courage to make Step Up Frederick Student Songwriting Contest available to our students. I've enjoyed watching it grow, and I'm very proud of what our students have created. In an effort to keep things fair and unbiased, only the songwriting elements of the songs were considered when determining the winners. Every songwriting entry was reviewed and judged on the songwriting merits alone. Vocal, musical, and production qualities were not taken into consideration. The contest looks for great songwriters, not great singers and producers. This year's judges were Tegan Devon, who writes and performs personal and introspective music that touches people's lives. Her mix of tender yet fiery vocals, pondering and pensive lyrics, and edgy yet intricate guitar parts create a unique experience that will leave you charged and soul-searching. She released her most recent EP, Little Lion, in 2020. It reached number 70 on the Folk Alliance International Folk DJ Albums chart. Tegan also won 4 awards, including 2 silver in the 2020 Mid-Atlantic Song Contest. In addition, Tegan was so impressed by this year's student songwriters, she has written comments and suggestions that each of the 8 winners will receive as a part of their prize package. Thank you so much, Tegan. Ron Goad is Washington, D.C.'s music maker and mentor extraordinaire. He has been performing music and leading and promoting music organizations and musicians in the greater D.C. area and Frederick, Maryland for decades. Ron has been a drummer since 1961 and appears on over 75 albums. A retired teacher, he enjoys producing music shows and helping musicians to improve professionally. Ron has served on the boards of several nonprofits and has been awarded 7 Whammys by the Washington Area Music Association for most supportive of Washington music. The godmother of Step Up Frederick, our own Marlene Young, president of the Delaplane Foundation, remembers her youth gathering around a beautiful old upright piano and singing with the family. It inspired her genuine love of music. Marlene has recorded 7 CDs filled with songs of hope, faith, and inspiration. So many thanks to these 3 talented musicians who stepped up to make a difference by agreeing to judge the 2022 Step Up Frederick Student Songwriting Contest.
Kimberly, thank you so much for those words. Now, let's move on to our high school finalists. The first, Castle Smith, a 9th grader at Frederick High School, and her song, Only an Idea, is about Tammy Auberg, who became an advocate against bullying and school policies that failed to protect LGBT students. This after her 15-year-old son committed suicide in July of 2010 because he was being bullied for being gay. Determined to prevent this from happening to anyone else, Tammy has become an advocate to protect LGBT students. Iliami to perform Katie Castle's song, Only an Idea.
hit the road, going to his funeral. Death reminds you it can find you. Why were you lied to that your son was okay? The world is only an idea what you're going through, but they never know the pain that struck your home. And now you stand up advocating for the kids we've lost, and for that sweet, sweet boy. Even if he's gone, give him a loud, loud voice. The world is only an idea what you're going through, but they never know how this affected you.
Wow. Okay. Beatboxing and steel drums. I did not see that coming. That's excellent. Thank you, Amy. Fantastic. Castle, are you there? There she is. I got to ask you, what made you choose Tammy Alberg as your courageous song subject?
I chose her because I wanted to choose something that I really care about. Like when it comes to like kids being bullied and like in the mental health, like you sorry when it comes to kids being bullied and their mental health, that's very important to me, and especially when it comes to others just expressing themselves and being who they are, that's also very important to me. And like when I had heard about Tammy Eberg, and what happened to her son, it really inspired me to really think of like something where it's like I like finding more about her story. I was really inspired to write about her.
You were moved. I understand. And certainly she is deserving of your admiration. Thank you so much. And stay right there because believe it or not, we are honored this evening to have with us a very special guest, Tammy Alberg. Thank you so much for joining us, Tammy.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. I want to thank you, Castle, and all the students. Oh my gosh, I brought tears to my eyes. That's such a powerful, you guys are all having powerful songs. And Castle, if you had any idea, like the timing of this and finding out that that you made a song about this important issue was huge. It's crazy. In the last week, I found out that the hate groups that infiltrated Justin's school are now infiltrating school hour north of here. So the students are speaking up. They're going to be speaking there tomorrow, and we have that don't say Bill. And the students, they're out, and the staff. You guys are amazing. Like using your voices for social change, because yeah, I spoke out in the past and I will continue to do that. But you guys, your voices and keeping things in the past, especially keeping them, you know, up to the forefront. That is still, you know, not everything's better. We need to keep fighting. And also last week would have been Justin's 27th birthday. So it's been 12 birthdays without him, and I do not want any other parents to have to go through this. So good luck and thank you. It's a beautiful song, and I hope I get a copy. Have a good day.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you, and you know, your loss is incredible, but you have managed to bring some positivity out of it, and that's certainly to be admired. Again, we appreciate you. And we're sorry we had trouble hearing a lot of what you said there. The connection wasn't perfect, but I think we heard enough. And again, thank you for taking the time to chat with us, and thank you, Castle, for your amazing lyrics. We really appreciate them. By the way, we also want to welcome Justin's brother, Jamie, and the rest of his family as well. Our second high school finalist is Fiona McKee, a 12th grader, and her song is called Smile Every Single Day, and it's about Lucia, a Taiwanese person who at the age of 12 was diagnosed with atrophic arthritis. Now, this is a very serious illness, and it pushed her into a wheelchair where she would have to use it for the rest of her life with her body in constant pain. Due to her medical condition, she was forced to withdraw from school, and she never was able to complete her formal education. But despite all that, and despite her infirmity, Lou maintained a positive outlook. She became a prolific and respected writer, as well as an activist for the disabled. She formed and chaired the League for Persons with Disabilities and launched a symbolic campaign for a position in the Taiwanese legislature to protest discrimination against disabled people in Taiwanese political candidacy. Due to her worsening medical condition and the harsh treatment from her caregiver, Lou died in 2003, but her legacy lives on, and she continues to inspire others with her devotion to social service. Iliami will perform Fiona's song. It's called Smile Every Single Day.
You're trapped in place, yet your mind is wandering free. It soars among the stars. Reach out to the world, though it hurts to even write. Spread your words far and wide. The sunshine on your face, even as the waves batter away at you. Though the pain will never go away, you smile every single day. Twisted bones make your strength all the more beautiful. Don't give in, fight on, you smile every single day. You're trapped in place, yet your mind is wandering free. It soars among the stars. Reach out to the world. Make a place for those like you. Build a garden of Eden. Your pain transmuted into strength lights up as a beacon, igniting the way. The sunshine on your face, even as the waves batter away at you. Though the pain will never go away, you smile every single day. Twisted bones make your strength all the more beautiful. Don't give in, fight reach out to the world. Though it hurts to even write, spread your words far and wide. Like flowers, they bloom in people's hearts, make them change their minds, even after you're gone. The sunshine on your face, even as the waves batter away, and you, though the pain will never go away, you smile every single day. Twisted bones make your strength all the more beautiful. Don't give in, fight on, you smile every single day. Don't give in, fight on, you smile every single day.
Well, thank you, Illy Amy. And thank you, Fiona, for a wonderful tribute. You know, I'm wondering, we know that Lou died back in 2003, and her story is not the most well-known, at least not to Americans. I'm wondering what attracted you to her. How did you even hear about this woman?
You're unmute, Fiona.
Fiona? I think you're still muted.
We're seeing the mute now, the mute sign, so unmute there. Now say something and let's see if it's working. Okay, we're not hearing you.
Oh.
Are you sure your computer is not muted? Okay, so I think what we might do is, Fiona, we're going to see if you can play with, give you a moment to figure it out, since there aren't too many of us on this end that are techie, and we will come back to you, okay? Okay.
Thanks, Fiona. Hopefully we'll get to hear what you have to say. In the meantime, though, we'll move on to our last finalist. It's Lillian Phillips, a 10th grader, whose song Hope is about the tragedy of George Floyd and the unity it inspired. She said she was inspired by the protests following the tragedy, and her song is called Hope because that's what she saw in the world during what was otherwise a pretty bleak and troubling time. Lillian's song Hope, performed by Illy Amy.
Let's raise a revolution, there's still hope. Let's make a better nation, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh, there's a problem when I look outside. All these different groups trying to coincide. If I would help them, yeah, I'd want them to unite. But there's no hope inside, no hope inside. There's still hope in every heart and soul. There's still hope that we can learn and grow. There's still hope. Let's raise a revolution. There's still hope. Let's make a better nation, oh yeah, yeah. Let's raise a revolution, there's still hope. Let's make a better nation, there's still hope. In every heart and soul, there's still hope. That we can learn and grow, there's still hope. Let's raise a revolution, there's still hope. Let's make a better nation, there's still hope.
My goodness, that was funky. Thank you. Is there anything this band can't do? I don't think there is. Lillian, you there?
Yes.
All right. I hear that you had a pretty interesting step up activity. Tell us about that.
I did. We went to an African American furnace and cemetery, and we picked up trash and explored the area. It was very exciting, and I was overjoyed to be able to contribute to the Step Up service projects and be able to do mine. One person in our group, we had 14 people come, actually got so excited they picked up
Uh-oh, Lillian, where'd you go? We lost you for a second there. I wanted to hear that. Unmute yourself, please.
Lillian isn't muted. Lillian, we lost your, we can see you, but we lost the audio.
Lost your sound.
This is, the challenges of all the technical stuff in the world today. Lillian, unmute.
Yeah, I'm here.
There she is. Okay, so you say you had 14 people show up, and what else happened?
Yeah, we had 14 people come, and one person got so excited that they picked up a whole trash bag of trash by themselves. It was very interesting.
Sounds like a great experience, and I'm sure you learned a lot. Thank you, Lillian. You know what? We are going to take it back, if we can, to Fiona. I think she's got her sound back now. Fiona, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yay.
So again, I had asked you, I noted that Lou had died in 2003 and not exactly a household name in this country. And I wondered, what brought you to bring her up for your song?
So my mom is Taiwanese, so I'm Taiwanese American, and there's a bit of a shared heritage between me and the Oshap through that. So it was actually my mom who told me about her. And so I decided to look her up, and I just found her story really inspiring, and how she was able to draw strength from her disability. Even though she could never really get up from her wheelchair after the age of 12, she went on and just made such an impact.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know about obviously somebody who was a tremendous human being. We appreciate it. Thank you. Some great songs and great things going on. So again, thank you for that. Karen?
These students just bowl me over. Wow. There are a number of comments in the chat box for those who are able to access it. Some are just coming to the panelists, some are coming to everyone. And for those who don't have access to the chat box, it's just blowing up with so many compliments to the student writers and to Iliami and so many of the folks and the participants tonight. To the teachers and principals who are joining us this evening, we know these have been a particularly trying 2 years. Yet you stood by your students in every way you could, and we can't thank you enough for inspiring them every day. We see you. It takes a great deal of love, passion, time, money, and commitment to support children and make these kind of opportunities happen. To the parents and guardians of tonight's award-winning children, we send you a rousing round of applause and thank you so much for sharing your children with us. And just when you thought you were on break for a moment, we want to thank you, Iliami, so much for this absolutely incredible performance. You folks, with great care, authenticity, time, and tremendous talent, presented the songs of this evening's 6 student finalists in the most amazing way, and as Derek McGinty said, in so many styles and with such incredible talent. Heather Aubrey, Lloyd, Rob Hinkle, Kristen Jones, please take a bow. And just imagine us
Yay!
all hooting and hollering, woo! To all the students here this evening, keep writing, keep sharing, and keep inspiring others to step up and make a difference in our world. And if you'll be a middle or high school student in Frederick County, Maryland next year, participate with us in the Step Up Frederick Student Songwriting Contest. If you're from outside Frederick and are interested in bringing this amazing experience to your area, just send us a note. The address is in the chat box, and if you can't access it, just go to chordsofcourage.org and click Contact Us. I want to let you know that so far we have raised $650 tonight to go to Save the Children, to benefit those suffering in Ukraine. We will put the address in again, but if you can't access the chat box, just go to chordsofcourage.org and hit the donate key. Any dollars raised this evening, every dollar raised this evening will go to Save the Children, the Ukraine Fund. For the first time anywhere, students have written powerful songs about people of great courage, people who've suffered greatly and then stepped up to make a difference in the lives of others, some of whom you met this evening. Tonight, we clearly see the power of one song, of each song, to make a difference in the lives of so many. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting, we're going to go back to Derek for the awards.
It's time for the awards, as has been noted. Thank you, Karen. Chords of Courage has been sharing vision with you tonight, and of course, you can't really get it anywhere else, can you? So many students have stepped up to make a difference in the spirit of their courageous song subjects. As heard earlier in the evening, Chords of Courage is stepping up. We had this concert, we had it free as a celebration of these wonderful students and what we've all been through in these last couple of years. Again, the Chords of Courage board has chosen to send every donation received tonight to Save the Children Ukraine Crisis Relief Fund. The donation address, again, is in the chat box. So keep enjoying the show, celebrate our kids, and please give generously. And now, as has been mentioned, the awards ceremony. This year's third place awards are sponsored by Frederick Community College and will be presented by Deborah Powell, Executive Director of the Office of Institutional Advancement at the FCC Foundation. Deb.
I don't think Deb was able to join us.
Then put me on, and I will speak for Deborah tonight.
Deborah's not with us, but Karen is going to speak. Go ahead, Karen.
Right. Deborah was unable to be here this evening, but she wanted to let you know how honored she was to be able to make this presentation. So when you see me at the moment, you're seeing Deborah Powell. This year's third place middle school winner will receive $100, a Frederick Community College scholarship covering 12 30-minute composition or music lessons, a YMCA summer membership, a trophy, a t-shirt, and new this year, a song evaluation, plus a fully arranged demo recording both with and without lead vocals, so students will be able to use it to sing along to their own songs at an open mic or to perform for their families. On behalf of Frederick Community College, I am delighted to present this year's third place Middle School Step Up Award to Riley Collins for Spirit. Congratulations, Riley. You can unmute if you...
Thank you so much.
Well done. Clearly everyone loved your song. This year's third place high school winner will receive $100, $500 Frederick Community College scholarship, and the YMCA membership, a trophy and t-shirt, a song evaluation, and the fully arranged demo recording as described earlier. I'm so happy to present on Deborah's behalf this year's third place high school Step Up Award to Lillian Phillips for Hope.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lillian. Very talented, great song.
And thank you, Karen, for stepping in for Deborah. Well, this year's second place awards are sponsored by the Osherman Family Foundation and will be presented by board member Joshua Pedersen. Joshua, are you there?
Thank you so much, Derek. So the Oshman Family Foundation is proud to be a major sponsor tonight of Step Up Frederick, and I'm delighted, I'm honored, I'm moved tonight to be here with you and to enjoy this beautiful talent that has come to fruition. This year's second place middle school winner will receive $250, a Frederick Community College scholarship covering 12 30-minute composition or music lessons, a YMCA summer membership, a trophy, a t-shirt, and new this year, the song evaluation with a fully arranged demo along with and without the lead vocal, so the student can sing along to their own songs with open mic, perform it, or sing it with the family. So on behalf of the Oshman Family Foundation, I'm honored to present this year's second place middle school step up award to Lyric Allen. Lyric Allen for Change the World. Congratulations, Lyric.
Thank you.
Fantastic job. I was completely moved by your song. Again, congratulations on the second place award. Well done. And for the second place high school winner, they will receive $250, a $1,000 Frederick Community College scholarship, the YMCA summer membership, a trophy, a t-shirt, and again, the song evaluation with the fully arranged demo recording with and without the lead vocals. And on behalf of the Oshman Family Foundation, I'm honored to present this year's second place high school step award to Castle Smith. Castle Smith for Only an Idea. Castle, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Again, moved and honored to present this award to you tonight. Outstanding job. Well done.
And thank you, Joshua. Now, this year's first place Step Up Awards are sponsored by the Delaplane Foundation, and they'll be presented by Step Up Frederick's own godmother and president of the Delaplane Foundation, Marlene Young. Hey, Marlene.
Hi, Derek. Thanks so much. And oh my goodness, what an incredible night we are having. My heart is singing thanks to all of you. You are so inspiring. It's such a thrill to come together from near and far to honor and celebrate all of you as amazing Frederick County student songwriters. And this year's first place middle school winner will receive $400, up to 10 hours of professional studio recording, Frederick Community College scholarship covering 12 30-minute composition or music lessons, YMCA summer membership, a trophy, a t-shirt, and new this year, a song evaluation and a fully arranged demo recording, both with and without lead vocals, so that the student will be able to sing along with their own song at an open mic or to perform for their family. And so it is my distinct privilege on behalf of Delaplane Foundation to present this year's first place middle school Step Up Award to Levi Johnson for Darkening Skies.
Thanks so much.
Levi,
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
you're very welcome. Thanks for sharing your great song with us. And this year's first place high school winner will receive $400, up to 10 hours of professional studio recording, a $1,500 Frederick Community College, $1,500 Frederick Community College scholarship, YMCA summer membership, a trophy, a t-shirt, and again, new this year, as you've heard a few times now, a song evaluation and a fully arranged demo recording, both with and without lead vocals, so that the student will be able to sing along with their own song at an open mic or to perform for their family. And so it is my distinct privilege to, on behalf of Delaplane Foundation, present this year's first place high school Step Up Award to Fiona McKee for Smile Every Single Day. Fiona, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I just want to give a big shout out to everybody who made this possible. I just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you, Fiona. And indeed, your song will make us smile every day.
And let's take a look at all 8 of our winners if we can.
It takes a moment to bring everyone up. So while we're doing that, I just want to let you know that everyone has been so incredibly generous in their comments, in their just in being here, in fundraising. We are at $750 that will go to Save the Children. There's still time, even if you do this afterwards, make your contributions afterwards. That's wonderful. We just want to make sure we have our 8 students up, and then we'll let Derek take us out. Blessings to all of you. Derek?
Thank you, Karen. Blessings to everyone involved. An amazing, incredible evening. You know, this is our 4th year doing this. And every year I think, well, it can't really get any more moving or any more emotional or any more impressive. And every year I am surprised and delighted to hear these songs and to understand that there's just so much talent in our young people. So thanks to all of you for what you put into this. It's made for an incredible time. And I think there are great things ahead for all of you young people. Now, to all of you in the audience, I want to thank you for coming out to cheer on these wonderful students. They are true inspirations. And on behalf of Chords of Courage, the contest funders, our sponsors, our partners, I want to thank you for being here. Be well, stay safe, keep writing, singing, and participating. Thank you, and good night.